Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Scoob, and welcome to Spider's Diecast. So, thank you very much for your patience, and thank you also for joining me this evening. So, I got something very special to show y'all, and this is it right here. Let me turn this on. This right here is my 2016 Alfa Romeo Giulia by Matchbox. So this is one of my customs. This is the before and after. It was red at first. So I had another one that was red, but that one, the one that I had to make this, it was already beat up. So that gave me even more incentive to work on it. So anyway, that's pretty much what I'm finna get into. But first, I just want to give you a little, background on the color. I kind of wanted to do a little, I wanted to do the color of the real Giulia, which is the Verde Montreal. Yeah, that's the name of that green. But I kind of made it a little bit darker than I wanted to. But after thinking about it and looking at it, it kind of grew on me. I've always been a big fan of dark green anyway, the British racing green. So it was really no big deal. It actually, kind of classes things up a little bit, as well as the tan interior. I thought it'd be a very nice touch. And so were those wheels right there. These are alloys, by the way. And I just figured these look pretty good, the lace style, the BBS style wheels on these Euro sports sedans. That's what they were, made for in the first place. So, yeah. One of my favorite styles, definitely. So yeah, I got these wheels off of eBay for about $10. Usually they'll run a little bit more than that, but I was satisfied with it. They look good. That's really all that counts. So we got the headlights right there with the Alfa badge, Alfa Romeo badge. And then we got the tail lights with another Alfa Romeo badge, of course, smack dab in the middle with the Rock City license plates. Got the Giulia badge right there on the right. Printed that out in black, but I heat stamped it with my foil to make it silver. And then you got the carbon fiber treatment right there, which is on the chin spoiler. Then you got some on the rear spoiler, as well as the roof, which is an option. That'd be the option I choose, if I had one of these real Giulias. And then finally we got more carbon fiber on the rear diffuser. So yeah, it came out a little smoother than I thought it would, And then the reason why, you have so much carbon on this is because, I wanted to do this Giulia in the Quadrifoligo spec. Quadrifoligo meaning four-leaf clover in Italian. It's one of them things that Alfa Romeo started, one of their drivers way back in the 1920s. He put that on his car. He painted that on his car for good luck. And, And lo and behold, he actually, won some races because of that. So yeah. So yeah, there's the Alfa Romeo Quadrifoligo badge right there. Again, I printed that on white paper, so the only thing that I would really have to, print on there is that clover, which worked out pretty well. Very convenient. Oh yeah, there's another surprise too. Like I said, I painted, the most of the interior tan, but I blacked out the dash, just to give it some color contrast. But I also, added, a nice little screen, printed that out again on white decal paper. So yeah, got a nice little screen with Apple CarPlay on it. Let me give it a little bit more light. There we go. There we go. So yeah, pretty nice. So that's pretty much it. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more thing. I almost forgot. Yeah. Y'all probably, seen this. But there's a windshield banner right there that I put on it. Just figured, just tack on that something extra while still keeping it classy. Of course, that word again. Got the Alfa Romeo script on it, which is one of my favorite, scripts of all time, in that cursive. So anyway, I printed the Alfa Romeo out separately, in black, and then heat stamped it with my gold foil. I let it get a little dusty, but that's all right. But anyway, I printed out the banner separately, and then put the Alfa Romeo the thing on top of it, and just finished it off with my clear coat. So yeah, looks pretty good. Let me turn that light off so we can get the glare off of it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Not trying to, keep y'all too long, just showing y'all what I've been working on. Like again, I actually finished this at the end of June, and it's already on Instagram. So if you want to take a look at that, then you can definitely be my guest on that. So yeah, if you're not familiar with the Quadrifoligo spec, it's not only just for the Giulia, but also for their SUV, the Stelvio. But on the Giulia, it's kind of like having an Italian Hellcat, the Quadrifoligo spec. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. So anyway, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully y'all going to stay cool, stay hydrated this summer. It's going to be a big one with the heat. So anyway, hopefully y'all are taking care of that. I'm going to get my butt on out of here. And I'm going to see y'all good folks later with another nice project in the works. So all right, y'all. Have a great rest of your summer. And I'm out of here. Bumping stuff already. All right, y'all. Have a good one.